In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make an item categorizer storage system. Each column will be able to sort 50 items. This storage system has been designed to be compact and will never break. It may be slightly more expensive because of that. The first thing you'll want to do is place in a row of chests. In this example, I'm only making it 5 long. If you're building this in your survival world, I'd suggest having closer to 20 or more. Once you have all chests in place, you'll have to go 4 blocks to the left and right, and 5 blocks to the back. Once you have that area cleared and ready for some redstone, then we can build the walls. The walls will line up with the front parts of the chest. And there. And now we want to build this up 6 blocks higher. For this next part, you'll have to decide where you want to input items. If you want to be not very confusing, then I'd suggest going to the left because that's what I'm going to be doing. But if you really want to, you can just mirror everything I'm doing. What you're going to do is you're going to go behind the chests and then place hoppers going into every single chest. And then you'll place a row of hoppers on top of those hoppers. This is going to be a temporary chest, and you're going to place a row of hoppers going into it. So then items will go from the starting side to the end. Place in rails along here. The first 3 and the last 3 rails will be powered rails. Because I only have 5, then all of them will be powered rails. In your design, it'll be more like this. On top of the rails, you want to place in a row of double chests, like that. You're going to place in a row of blocks, and then some comparators. Place a block on the block that the comparator is facing into, and then place in a row of blocks for redstone. Place blocks on top of the comparators, and then place redstone on top of those. And now take out your glass, place it on top of the back side of the double chest, take out your repeaters, place them on 2 ticks. So the repeaters should look like this. Place 2 hoppers on top of the double chest. The same thing we did with this rail, do on top of these hoppers. Take out your observers and place them on top of the repeaters. Place 2 rows of blocks like this. And then place in a row of droppers facing up. Go up 2 blocks, place in a row of blocks, and then place in droppers facing down. Place in comparators along here. Take out your glass, place them here. This will allow you to open up the chests. Place in a row of comparators here, and then observers on top of them. And now you want to place a row of redstone along here and here. You want to put 1 item in each of the bottom droppers. I will tell you what to do with the chests later. The last 3 rails for the bottom rail should not be powered rails. They should actually be regular rails. You're going to want to place in a pattern of blocks that looks like this. And then you can break this block. Now place in rails here and here. Place in a powered rail here and here. Place a block here and place a lever. And then place a lever here as well. Break this temporary chest and then continue this small design over here. So place the comparator, observer. You're going to place in a hopper like this, and then a hopper facing down. And then place in 2 chests like this. This will be your overflow, so if you want to do with any items that don't get sorted, this is where you're going to take them from. Go back to the front and go up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks on all of these walls. And then you want to place blocks on top of these chests. Just don't place them right above them, or else it will stop them from opening. And there you go. You have a nice and clean wall, which you can decorate with whatever you want. So now, you are actually done everything to the left. Now we just need to work on the confusing part. From this chest, go 5 blocks out, and then go up a block here. Place in 2 rails here, and then 2 powered rails here. Place in a powered rail, detector rail, and then 2 powered rails here, and then a rail. If this rail is facing into this powered rail, and not this detector rail, place a lever here. Place a lever on this block here. Place in a block here. Place a torch on top. Place 3 redstone, like that, and place in a comparator going into the redstone torch block, and then a comparator going out. Now, you want to place a block beside the chest, and here, comparator, right there, so then it detects this chest. Go a block up, place in redstone, place a target block here, torch on top, and then 2 blocks like this. Place in redstone dust here, and then a torch. And now you're going to place a comparator on top of this block, and then place a solid block here. You want to place a sticky piston right here, with a furnace on its face, and put an item inside. Replace these 2 redstone with blocks, like that, and then place 2 redstone back on top. Place a block of glass there, place a block here. Place 2 redstone on top, place 2 blocks like that, and place in a 4-tick repeater. Next, place in a sticky piston here, with an observer facing down on its face. Go back to the bottom, and place in 2 chests here, with a fence gate over here. Place in 4 blocks in an L shape, so then the final one is over the fence gate. And then place in 4 redstone. Go to the side of this double chest, place in a hopper, and then a dropper facing up, another hopper, place in a double chest here. It should line up with these 2 torches. And then place a hopper here, and 2 hoppers like that. Now place a block here, a piece of glass here. Under the glass, place a piston with a block to the side. Place a torch right here. Place a comparator here with 2 redstone coming out. Now place a hopper going into the comparator. And now you're going to want to place in a row of blocks like this. And now place a rail here, 2 powered rails, and then the rest rails. Break this rail, place a rail here, replace the rail there, place in a block here with a rail on it, and then break those two. For these last three rails, you want to place two powered rails like this, and then a detector rail. Also, it is very important that the block below the detector rail is a glass block. Break this block, place in a rail, and then break the rail and replace the block. This will angle the rail upward. Place a block here with a lever, and then place a lever here. Place in blocks here, like that. Place a block down here with the comparator going into this block. Then place a block above it. Also, this block right here needs to be glass. And then place in redstone here. Place in comparators like this, and then a torch here, and a fence gate here. Go out 2 blocks from this rail, and have a block floating here. Once you count 15 blocks from this observer, this would be 1, 2, 3. Once you count 15 redstone, place a block here, 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 and here. Place in 2 redstone dust, break this redstone, place in a repeater, and then another redstone dust. Place in a glass block here, and a regular block here. Place in a repeater, and a redstone dust. Break this redstone, replace it with a block. Then place a block right here. And now place in a Hopper Minecart. It should stop right here. I have 2 stacks of filter items here. Put 20 of them in this Hopper Minecart. Fill this hopper with the filter items, 1 in each slot, and then place the rest in one of these slots. And then place your remaining ones in this chest. Break a pathway under these chests, because these are your filter chests. And you'll probably want to access these quite often. And now you're going to need a lot of a different filter item. It is important that they are different, or else the system will break. Place in 1 filter item in every slot of the chest, except for the final 3. And then make this slot go up to 5. Get out 3 non-stackables and place them in those 3 slots. And you should see this repeater is on. Every time you want to add an item that the filter filters into the system, replace 1 filter item with the item you want to get filtered. So now this first slot will be filtering out all the pistons. Do this for all modules. Take these 20 items in the Hopper Minecart, place 1 item in the last, second last, and third last, and then in this slot, place the rest in there. And then place in a random item in the first slot. Once you put in an item that I've assigned a filter to, it should start. If you want to understand how this works, I might have an explanation video soon. I have tested this design quite a bit, and you cannot break it by unloading the area.